It is Sunday night here in Los Angeles. It's 6 p.m. It's a beautiful day today. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. And I saw so little of it, but it was gorgeous. It's like 78 degrees right now and time to wind down. Hey, look at this. So I got the new, it's not new, it's new to me. I got an Aura ring. And this thing captures how you sleep and how well you sleep and your sleep quality and your exercise. I got an Apple Watch too. You can see I like gadgets. But I love how it tracks my sleep and how deeply my sleep is and what I can put tags into what's happening right before I go to bed to see what's impacting my sleep. I was on a real sleep kick a couple of weeks ago. I dove deep into the science of sleep and really wanted to get better at it. It's not a mood ring, Tom. It's an aura ring, O-U-R-A, but it's really, really great. So welcome in. Hey, tonight, I wanted to talk about our relationship with money and a little bit around how we define wealth. Because oftentimes I think we are defining wealth just through one lens, which is our lens of money. And yet there's all kinds of wealth we could take a look at. And when we can take at a more holistic view of our life and the wealth that we may have, we may be experiencing more wealth than we even realize. And that shift alone can often unblock our own sense of what matters to us or how money comes into us. Most of us have a block around money in some way or another. And oftentimes that is generational and intergenerational. And we've received these blocks and then we're holding on to them. And I think that often these blocks stop us from actually seeing the wealth that is happening in lots of different areas in our life. So the work around this is really taking a look at how does my wealth show up in other areas of my life, not just money, because man, if we define wealth just through our money, we're going to be really limited. And I don't think that's going to make us happy. And this comes from Laurie DeSantos, who teaches at Yale. She taught a course called The Science of Well-Being. It's on Coursera. You can go take a look at it. And she talks about a term called miswanting, that there is this idea, especially in the Western culture, that we want and desire things that we think are going to make us happy. And in reality, they don't. In large part because of something called the Heuristic Effect, the resettling back to our baseline of happiness. So we get super excited about something. Maybe it's a new car, a new house, or something, and we're in it and we're really enjoying it. And then eventually we go back and realize, oh, there's a lot more work with this. Maintenance costs more. I've got to clean more bathrooms. And all of a sudden I'm unhappy again. And so looking at wealth from different lenses and different ways outside of just money and possessions can help us see that we're often way wealthier than we think we are. And especially in this culture of Western, we often think that money proves our worth to others. That somehow we're more worthy if we have a big bank account, or more worthy if we've got an awesome job that pays a big salary. And I think that's damaging to us. It's damaging to other people as well. So here's some things we can take a look at when we think about our wealth. How wealthy are you in family relationships? Now, to be honest with you, not so wealthy here. I've got one family member I'm talking to that's still alive. And she is 82, going to be 83. And so, not so wealthy there, but there's other areas. But you can think about, how wealthy are you in your family relationships? Do you have kids? Are you partnered? Do you have a great relationship with your primary family? Have you created a new family? And then another area is your friends and community. How wealthy are you there? Now, there, I'm super wealthy. I've got a great community of friends. I live in a great community. I can't go out on my street, walk my dog, and not see someone I know that I can wave to or have a brief conversation with. I feel really rich in that area. And then another area you can think about is your health. How wealthy are you in your health? Is your body still working? Your mind still tracking? Can you ask your body to do the things you want it to do? Can you challenge yourself? Are you eating healthy, nutritiously? How is your health? And then how about your spirituality and personal growth? How wealthy are you in that area? Now, for me, this area is very expansive. I feel very wealthy, and I don't mind even spending money in this area for personal growth, for trying new things, having new different experiences, and my own personal belief in spirituality and how I'm connected deeply with my who I perceive as my guides, my angels, and that I have a loving relationship with a spiritual plane. And then your work. How wealthy are you in your work? Are you able to do a job that you love to do? Do you have great coworkers? Are you do you have benefits, things that provide for you in other ways than just finance? And what about your impact on the world? There's a great definition of legacy, that your legacy is every positive impact you've ever made on every single soul. And in fact, you'll never know most of those positive impacts. They were just in moments of connection, little brief smiles, little moments. You're crossing the street, you're saying hi, you're helping someone in a moment, and you can't possibly know what that effect is on someone else in that moment. And that is your legacy. And how wealthy are you in that? And then finally, the last area that we can talk about is your finances. How wealthy are you in your finances? I think there's a real difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich is a show off to the world to say, I've got this car, I've got this house, I've got these clothes, I've got this jewelry. And oftentimes, the rich people you see are in such great debt that they're so not wealthy. Yeah, yeah, I just realized I'm puttering across the board. Oh no, Tom. Well, and here's the deal. What would we think about how do we open up that flow of abundance in all of your world? How do we open up the wealth of your work or your impact? How do you show up for others? You're always showing up here, Tom. I don't want you to go think that you don't have any impact. You always show up here. You have a positive comment for me. Those small little things that you're doing, you have no idea what the impact is. When we think about our world and rich people, and I think these are often the people that if we have financial wounds or money wounds, we can often tell a story about rich people, and there's a disdain for them and what they're doing, and that we think they're not doing right by the world. But being rich and being wealthy are really two different things. And wealthy is an abundant mindset, which also means that I can bring it in and I can give it out. And it's not just money, it's time, it's energy, it's generosity, it's kindness, it's appreciation. How generous are you with all of those things? And can you receive them as well? That makes a really wealthy life. Well, that's it. That's Moffitt Talks tonight. And if anyone's watching this, the June 23rd Moffitt Talks live edition, we're going to talk about money mindset. And actually, I'm going to approach it kind of differently. I'm going to talk about not a money IQ. I'm not going to teach you how to invest or how to make any more money, but I want to help you work with your emotional quotient around money. What might be blocking you? What are the intergenerational stories that you may have that may stop you from actually creating more money and abundance in your life? And that's going to be on June 23rd. And this time it's free because I don't want any excuse for my savers or my people who are in in a perceived lack of money abundance to not get this. So you can go to the link in Facebook right there at Luma, and it's Money Mindset, and come join me on June 23rd. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.